Hello everyone, this is Moatti, super excited to be here and get this course started. 7 strategies that saves you time and money with your mobile launch. I'm super excited today because this is literally the first time at O'Reilly Media that we have a class that's driven entirely with mobile. I'm monitoring and switching from slide to slide through my smartphone. I put all my material together with my iPad. I have PowerPoint on it and a bunch of other tools. This is a mobile-only class. This is your first mobile-only class with O'Reilly. Okay, let's get started. I'll start by telling you a little bit more about myself. What you see in the background is a picture of one of our recent events at Products That Count, the company that I founded and that I'm running. We have over 12,000 members in the Bay Area, and we run the largest product events in San Francisco. Every month, we welcome a C-level speaker from one of these hot mobile companies or Silicon Valley companies, and they share with us the latest insight and stuff they've never shared before in a public setting. Prior to doing this, and prior to writing a book, which I'll tell you some about, I was an executive at Facebook, at Nokia, at Electronic Arts, and a few other companies. Today, I'm also on the board of Opera Software, which is a mobile giant. And my passion for mobile goes back to the early days of my undergrad, where I studied electrical engineering. Now, who is this course for? This course is for anyone who's interested in building, launching, or maybe relaunching a mobile service. Let me explain. Who you are is someone who already has an idea of what it is you want to build. We're not here to talk about prototyping or ideation or brainstorming. You may even have a bit of a prototype, even if it's a paper prototype of your service. As far as audience, who you're building for, you already have a bit of a sense. It might be as simple as you've tested your idea with a few friends or family members or customers. You already have a product and you've tested a mobile feature or a mobile product with existing users. But it's something that you've already started to think about a little bit. And you need a lot of validation and a lot of ways to better segment your user base. And we'll talk about that at length. And finally, you still have a little bit of time. So you're maybe 2-3 months away from launch. Now, most of the time, companies contact me not because they are 2 to 3 months away from launch, but because they're ready for a relaunch. They spent a lot of money on marketing their service, their app, their website on mobile, and it's not yielding the results that they want to see. Or maybe they're trying to launch a product and there's some form of feature creep and they just cannot get to launching. So they've given themselves 2 to 3 months to turn things around. What you're going to learn? Well, you're going to learn to navigate that tough world of mobile. Yes, it's a tough world out there. Virtually every company that I talk to wants to become mobile first. And when I ask them, what does it mean to you to become mobile first? It sounds like I'm asking that $1 million question. People want to know what simple questions they need to ask themselves in order to successfully launch on mobile. That's what this course is for. It's a very hands-on course to help you define segments that will be receptive to your messaging, that will value your differentiator, and then tracking everything, optimizing, and making sure that you make the most out of your time and money when you launch on mobile. And it's pretty critical because mobile affects billions of people. It's the first technology that's in the hands of billions as opposed to millions. And naturally, it means that every marketing organization or anybody who wants to have their product be successful needs to think about ways to reach their consumers on mobile. However, marketing on mobile without a mobile product, like a website or an app, is fairly limited. You can do a little bit of advertising, you can do a bit of social media, but that's about it. And so a lot of the marketing folks go and lobby their internal organizations and say, we need a mobile product. The challenge is getting a mobile product is actually not getting one mobile product, but getting multiple mobile products. Sometimes it's just a website, sometimes it's a website plus an iPhone app, plus an Android app, plus an iPad app, plus an app for iWatch, and a few other devices. So it starts to add up, right? And it bubbles up to the CFO, to the CEO, and these guys look at the P&L and they wonder, is this really worth the investment? And when they see that it's worth the investment, they say, well, we better double down and make sure that we're successful. And so what happens is that companies spend sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars a day to get noticed by an incredibly fastly growing mobile audience. And the only way that they get visibility is through that very restricted fire hose, which is an app store. And so naturally, everybody is trying to sift through the fire hose and get noticed. And it's getting very expensive and very hard to stand out because everybody is pushing through with whatever it is that they can get to capture people's attention. And what I'm going to share with you through this course is way that you can actually stand out, way that you can get out of that rat race that's the app store, marketing, build a fantastic product that your users will want to hear about and will want to use so that you can be successful. So what you'll learn in this course, 3 things. First, optimize your product for maximum conversion. It's hard enough to attract users' attention. When they get to you, you want to make sure you don't disappoint them. So we're going to be looking at what is the goal that you need to set for yourself in order to be successful. What is the value that you provide to your users? How do you differentiate yourself? And then once you understand that, how you make sure that you get your users there as quickly as possible, as efficiently as possible, so that your conversion is optimized. Second, I'm also going to set you up with a marketing plan that's going to save you a lot of money. I'm going to make sure that you have tracking in place. I'm going to make sure that you start with the right channel, that you have a way to optimize your creative, that you have ways that you target people based on what it is they can give you, that you target users that are going to be the social butterflies that are going to give you some organic growth out of your marketing dollars first. And lastly, I'm going to get you ready for a test campaign, something that you'll be ready to push a button with and say, all right, now let me validate my assumption and make sure that I fix the gap before I go and do a bigger rollout. The material that I'm going to be covering in this class is covered at length in my book, Mobilized, An Insider's Guide to the Business and Future of Connected Technology. I encourage you to order it, check it out, and then if you have any questions, if you want to send me feedback, you can grab some time with me at www.scmoatti.com. I also encourage you to check out our events, whether live or on our website, where you can see replays at www.productsthatcount.com. We share a newsletter once a week. It's a no-spam newsletter where we really share action-packed content. What I want you to remember from all of that is that the best practices that I'm going to be sharing throughout this class come from my experience at Facebook, at Trulia, at Nokia, but also from dozens of interviews with executives from Airbnb, from Uber, from Pandora, and many more mobile pioneers who have successfully implemented best practices that have gotten them millions and often billions of users. Are you ready? Okay, let's get started.